Hi there. The other morning, as he was leaving for the office, my boyfriend said to me, "Why don't you put another talk up on YouTube?" And I said, "What should I talk about?" And he said, "Just talk from your heart." He's a very wise man, my boyfriend. Because he knows, and I know, and he knows that I know where my heart is. Do you know where your heart is? Other than where it's located in your body? Your heart is where God is. And I'd like to clarify right here, as briefly as possible, what I mean when I use the word God, or Spirit, or divine consciousness, or Mother, Father, Spirit. When I use the word God, I'm talking about the power that created everything. That fabulous something that made the planets and the stars, and this tiny little planet of ours, and this wonderful thing called life. And this wonderful power, God, is right where you are. So we need to pay attention. It's a very physical world out there, and we get caught up in the physicality. We sometimes forget, as our wonderful teachers, Wayne Dyer, Louise Hay, Deepak Chopra, and a host of others, teach us. We are invisible spiritual beings, having a physical human experience as part of our spiritual evolution. I'm very peaceful when I'm at home in the kingdom, and I spend most of my time alone because of my work. I live a very wonderful, secluded life, because when I'm not painting and drawing and making music and films, I am praying and meditating and giving attention to God, to it. How do you find out more about it? Well, the same way you find out anything about anything. When you want to know a subject, you read a book, right? You go to a workshop, you take a seminar, you buy a DVD, you listen to a CD, right? You study it and study it to know it better, and the more you study it, the better you know it, the more you pay attention to it, right? It's the same with God. The more you pay attention to it, the more you will realize that it, big it, is paying attention to you. Think about that. I've been given so many choices, so many talents, so many fabulous talents. I'm so grateful. Sometimes I don't know what to do first. And you know what I do? I ask. This power loves to be paid attention to, loves to be asked. the less time that I have left in this particular venue of my life called this earth trip, the less time I have left, the more I realize the less time I have to worry and get upset about what's going on out there. I've been learning for the last 55 years of my life to look inside, and that's where all the answers are. And that's what I suggest that you do. While you're out there making a living, being out there in the world, whatever it is that you have to do, make sure you devote as much time looking inside, just by going still, by yourself. Say, hey, here I am. Every morning I wake up. Thank you, little Red La Roche, I love you. I say, hey, I'm here. Show me what you want me to do to help with peace in the world. And the answer that I get is, pay attention to me. Be still, ask, and I will guide you. So I do that. Every day I wake up in prayer and exercising to keep the stiffness away, and then we meditate to keep the mind open, and then we go about doing whatever it is that needs to be done. The most that any person can do in this world to be the most good is to realize how wonderful you are and be grateful for this wonderful thing called life. Be filled with gratitude. Be grateful that you're living. Be grateful for the power that created you. To a loving heart, God gives in endless ways. Do you realize that without this power, without this wonderful something that put us all here, that there would be no life, there'd be no energy, excuse me, there'd be no vitality? As a matter of fact, there wouldn't be any you. Can you imagine life without you? There are so many wonderful teachers out there. There is religious science founded by Ernest Holmes that encompasses many wonderful religions. There's all kinds of wonderful authors. Books to read, Louise Hay, Wayne Dyer, Oprah, wise woman, Oprah, I love you. She wrote on her magazine once, I read it in CBS, sometimes the thing to do is nothing. And she also knows, like other wonderful people know, that there truly is this power and there truly is a law of attraction, that as we think and expect, we become. So what we want to do to be happy is we want to stop thinking the way we were taught to think. By mother, by father, people who loved us. But it's the best they knew and we found a better thinking. We have to stop thinking the way we were taught to think. And start thinking the way we are created to think. As God thinks. So if you ever don't know what to do, and you're lost, just stop and ask. I heard about and I've read of a lot of people who call forth this power when they're in trouble. Well, that's okay. I do that too. But I have news for you. This power can be called on in times of joy, in times of great revelatory fabulousness going on in your life, in times of really over-the-top creative self-expression and finding new things and new ideas. This power can be called upon when you're happy and when you're grateful and when you really feel alive. This power loves to be laughing. God isn't sitting around moping just because a lot of the people are trashing the planet and not living up to their potential. God goes on growing flowers and giving us good, leafy, green vegetables to eat. This power keeps teaching us, if we look inside, to live a joyful life every day and to be part of the peace, part of the solution. Our beautiful little world needs help at this point. We need to take care of it. We need to take care of the animals and the environment. We need to release all the negatives in our life. We need to release our old limited thinking and start celebrating who we really are. Every day I say, God, come through me now and live the wonderful life that you created me for. This power created us so that it can show itself on a physical human level. But it can only do that according to what we think. So we have to be in agreement with the good that it has for us. It is our alliance with the power that allows us to create our lives. It is our alliance with the greater good in the world that brings it forth. So go forth. Laugh every day. Have fun. Take off your glasses and you'll see with a new kind of clarity. Get silly. Look in the mirror and say, I love you, I love you, I love you. And I love you. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. And help take care of the world. It all begins with you.